Hello friends, this is the model of fetal circulation, or you can say the human blood circulation before birth. Okay, the circulation in the fetus is essentially the same as in the adult except for the following changes. Number one, the source of the oxygenated blood is not the lungs but by the placenta. The oxygenated blood from the placenta comes to the fetus through umbilical vein. You can see this is the umbilical vein, and here somewhere here there is a, you can assume there is a placenta. Okay, this is the umbilical vein. So the umbilical vein joins with the left branch of portal vein. Okay, and by this joining a small amount of this blood passes through the substance of liver. This is liver. Okay, and the maximum amount of this blood goes to the inferior vena cava through ductus venosus. Okay, the sphincter mechanism in the ductus venosus controls the blood flow. Okay, so this is ductus venosus, which is formed by the umbilical vein and left branch of portal vein. Okay, small amount of blood goes to the liver, but the maximum amount of blood through the ductus venosus goes to the inferior vena cava. Okay, this oxygen rich blood reaching the right atrium, okay, through the inferior vena cava, is directed by the valve of inferior vena cava. Okay, this blood which comes from the inferior vena cava to the right atrium, that is directed by the valve of inferior vena cava towards the foramen ovale. Okay, here it is directed into two portions. This blood is directed into two portions by the lower edge of septum secundum. First part, the most of this blood passes through the foramen ovale into left atrium. Okay, the second part, the rest of get mixed up with the blood returning to the right atrium through the superior vena cava. Okay, and passes into the right ventricle. So maximum blood that is comes from the inferior vena cava by the septum secundum. It has two paths. Most of it passes through the foramen ovale into the left atrium, and the rest of the blood gets mixed up with the superior vena cava blood and goes to the right ventricle. Okay, now from the right ventricle, the blood, mostly deoxygenated blood, enters the pulmonary trunk, and only a small portion of this blood reaches the lungs and passes through the lungs to the left atrium. The greater part is short circuited by the ductus arteriosus into the aorta. Okay, so this is ductus arteriosus that short circuits the blood into aorta. Some of the blood goes to the lungs, and from here it goes to the left atrium. Okay, so we can see the left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the right atrium and a small amount of deoxygenated blood from the lungs. Lungs are not working, so blood as such comes from the lungs to left atrium, that is a deoxygenated blood. Now the blood in the left atrium is rich in oxygen. Okay, this blood passes into the left ventricle and then into the aorta. Okay, now some of this oxygenated blood passes to the carotid artery or subclavian artery to supply the head and neck region and the upper limb. The rest of this blood get mixed up with the poorly oxygenated blood from the ductus arteriosus. Now the part of the body that are supplied by the branches of aorta, they arises distal to this junction with the ductus arteriosus. Okay, now so much of the blood of the aorta is carried by the umbilical arteries and goes to the placenta, where it is again oxygenated and returned to the heart through that circulation. So we start with the umbilical vein, left branch of the portal vein, ductus venosus, inferior vena cava, then right atrium through the foramen ovale, it directly goes to the left atrium. Some of this blood through the ductus arteriosus goes to the aorta and small amount goes to the lungs and come again to the left atrium. From the left atrium to left ventricle goes to the aorta, from aorta through the umbilical arteries again to the placenta. Now at last we will discuss the remnants of the fetal circulation in adults. First of all, umbilical arteries. These umbilical arteries present in a adult as a medial umbilical ligaments. Now left umbilical vein. The remnants of the left umbilical vein is ligamentum teres hepatis. Now ductus venosus. The remnants of ductus venosus are ligamentum venosum, and the remnants of ductus arteriosus is in the form of ligamentum arteriosum. So this is all about the fetal circulation. Thank you very much.